Have you ever wondered how rich a world leader can really be? Could you imagine having enough money to buy almost anything you want? There's a world leader whose wealth might be bigger than most people can understand. Vladimir Putin's financial story is more complicated and interesting than any made-up tale. This is a look into how one person can collect so much money that it changes everything about how power works in a country. The mysterious rise of a powerful man. Vladimir Putin wasn't always wealthy. He grew up in a small apartment in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, with parents who worked hard to make ends meet. His father worked in the Soviet Navy, and his mother was a factory worker who understood the value of hard work. Young Vladimir watched and learned from his parents' dedication. He studied hard in school, becoming excellent in mathematics and learning German. His passion for martial arts, especially judo, taught him discipline and strategy that would help him later in life. Putin's early years were marked by a strong desire to succeed and a willingness to work harder than everyone around him. He understood from a young age that knowledge and connections were more valuable than money. His time in the KGB taught him how to navigate complex political systems and build powerful relationships. These early experiences would become the foundation of his future economic success. The mega mansion that shows real power. Putin's Black Sea Palace represents more than just a home, it's a symbol of extreme wealth and political power. Located on the Black Sea coast, this massive property covers an enormous area that most people can't even imagine. The palace cost approximately $1.4 billion, which is more money than many small towns might see in decades. It includes spaces designed for serious work and total privacy. The property has special rooms for meetings, entertainment, and personal relaxation. Security systems around the palace are so advanced that it's almost like a small fortress, protecting one of the most powerful people in the world. A collection of vehicles that tells a story of power. Putin's car collection isn't just about luxury, it's a carefully curated display of political and economic strength. With over 700 vehicles, this collection includes armored presidential limousines, ultra-secure transportation, and luxury vehicles from around the world. Each car is specially modified with advanced security features, communication systems, and custom designs that reflect Putin's position. Brands like Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, and Bentley fill his garages, showing how international connections and personal wealth intersect in modern political leadership. Watches that cost more than most people's life savings. Putin's watch collection tells a story of precision, luxury, and incredible wealth. One of his most expensive watches, the FP Jour chronometer, costs around $100,000, more than many people earn in 2 full years of work. Another watch, the Blanc P. Lehman Grand Date Aqualung, is worth $20,000 and can function underwater at incredible depths. These aren't just timepieces, they're statements about personal success and global influence. Each watch represents years of engineering, craftsmanship, and economic power. Just how rich is Putin? The real numbers. Putin's wealth is so complicated that experts can barely agree on the total amount. While he claims to earn only $140,000 a year as president, financial investigators believe his true wealth is much larger. Some money experts estimate Putin might have around $200 billion, more money than many of the world's most famous billionaires. To understand this amount, imagine spending $1 million every single day. It would take more than 500 years to spend all that money. Financial experts have spent years trying to understand how Putin accumulated such wealth. Some believe the money comes from secret business deals, while others suggest it's the result of decades of political connections. The true source of his wealth remains a mystery, with investigators around the world trying to understand how one person can collect so much money while serving in government. Comparisons to other world leaders show just how extraordinary Putin's wealth is. Most political leaders have modest finances, but Putin's wealth seems to know no bounds. International financial experts continue to study the complex web of investments, companies, and connections that might explain his incredible fortune. A secret train that shows political power. Putin's armored train is more than a transportation method, it's a mobile command center that represents national security and personal control. Called the Ghost Train, this incredible vehicle allows Putin to travel across Russia while maintaining complete communication and work capabilities. The train includes advanced communication systems, meeting rooms, a full medical facility, and living quarters that match five-star hotel standards. It represents how political power can create personal infrastructure that most people cannot even imagine. Where does all this money come from? The sources of Putin's wealth are complex and controversial. Political experts suggest he uses his government position to control business relationships in Russia. Many believe he receives secret payments from wealthy businesspeople who want to maintain good relationships with the government. Bill Browder, a financial investigator, once suggested that for every $20 billion a Russian businessman owns, about $10 billion might actually belong to Putin. These claims show how political power can translate into personal wealth. The system works through a complex network of oligarchs and business leaders who maintain their wealth by staying in Putin's good graces. Those who challenge his authority often find themselves losing everything they've built. This economic model creates a powerful incentive for businesses to support Putin's political goals. International financial experts have spent years trying to unravel the complex financial relationships that support Putin's wealth. The controversy behind the wealth. Putin claims his wealth comes from the trust of Russian people. However, international investigators see a different story. The Panama Papers, a massive leak of financial documents, showed that Putin's close friends were moving money through complicated international systems. Governments around the world have created special economic rules to limit Putin's financial power. These sanctions try to control how money moves between Russia and other countries. The controversy goes beyond simple financial records, it's about how political power can be used to create personal wealth. Critics argue that Putin has created a system where government position directly translates into personal financial gain. International organizations have repeatedly tried to investigate these claims, but Putin's tight control over Russian institutions makes thorough investigation difficult. The global impact of Putin's wealth. Putin's massive financial resources aren't just about personal luxury. They represent a form of political power that influences international relationships. His wealth allows him to maintain control over Russian businesses, support political allies, and create economic pressure on other countries. The money represents more than just personal comfort, it's a tool of national and international strategy. Putin can use his financial resources to support political goals, influence international negotiations, and maintain his position of power. The wealth creates a complex network of international relationships that most people never see. Some countries have tried to limit Putin's economic influence through sanctions, but he has consistently found ways to maintain his financial power. What happens when Putin leaves office? The future of Putin's wealth remains uncertain. Experts wonder whether he will keep his assets or if the Russian government might investigate his financial holdings. Some believe Putin has already prepared for this possibility by hiding money in secret international accounts. Others think his powerful political connections will help protect his wealth. The potential scenarios are complex and unpredictable. If Putin leaves office, he might face investigations into his financial activities. However, his network of powerful friends and his deep connections in Russian government might protect him from serious consequences. Some experts suggest he has already moved significant amounts of money to locations that would be difficult to trace or investigate. The economic side of personal wealth. Beyond the luxury, Putin's wealth tells a story about how political power works in modern countries. It shows how a government leader can use position, connections, and strategic thinking to build personal economic strength. This isn't just about money, it's about understanding complex political and economic systems. Putin's financial journey demonstrates how political power can be transformed into personal wealth. The system he has created goes far beyond simple corruption, it's a complex network of economic and political relationships that most people cannot fully understand. His wealth shows how modern political leadership can create personal economic opportunities that most people cannot imagine. Vladimir Putin's financial story is more complicated than a simple tale of getting rich. It's a complex narrative about political power, economic strategy, and international relationships. His wealth shows how modern political leadership can create personal economic opportunities that most people cannot imagine. What an incredible journey through the world of Putin's financial life. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Drop a comment below. What do you think about Putin's wealth? Let us know. See you in the next informative video.